Hi guys, welcome back to Kim's class. Today's lesson is going to be about credit cards and debit cards. Remember, our objectives are what I hope you will learn by the end of today's lesson. The first objective is I know the difference between a credit card and a debit card. They are very different, and today we're going to learn how. You will also understand the advantages, which are the good things, and the disadvantages, which are the not so good things, of each card. By the end of the lesson, you will know the similarities, which is what's the same about these cards, and what is different. Today's vocabulary will be a little more complicated. There's some bigger words that you need to understand when we're learning about the difference between credit and debit cards. So you might want to use your translator for some of the words, but I'll try to explain them as easily as I can. So first, like I said in the beginning of the lesson, we're going to learn about the two kinds of cards. There's a credit card and a debit card. They often look very much the same, but they are very different. This word is benefit. You say it. A benefit is something good that can happen because of something else. Benefit. The next word is advantage. You say it. Advantage. An advantage is also something positive or good that can come from something. The next word is convenient. You try it. Convenient. Another word for convenient means easy. Then we have the word disadvantage. You try it. Disadvantage. Disadvantage is the opposite of advantage. It means something that's not so good. Then we have the word decline. You try it. Decline. Decline means to say no. The next word is borrow. You try it. Borrow. Borrow means to use something that is not yours, but then give it back. Borrow. This word is interest. You say it. Interest. Interest can mean many things, but when we're talking about debit cards and credit cards, we're talking about extra money that you have to pay. That is called interest. The next word is late fee. You try it. Late fee. A fee is something you have to pay. A late fee is something you have to pay because you were late. Then we have the word debt. You say it. Debt. Now this word can be tricky because the B in this word is silent. It just sounds like the word debt. Debt is when you owe money. Sometimes a little money, sometimes a lot. Then we have the word payment. You try it. Payment. Payment is money that you give to pay off your debt or to pay off money that you have borrowed. That is a payment. This word is overspend. You try it. Overspend. Overspend is when you spend too much money. Overspend. This word here is the word fraud. You try it. Fraud. Fraud means when somebody uses your name and it's not them. Sometimes people commit fraud by using your social security number, or in this case, using your card. That is fraud. This word is credit score. You say it. Credit score. Your credit score is something they use to keep track of how you spend your money. A good credit score gets you more things. A bad credit score can be a problem, but it is a score based on how you spend your money. Credit score. This word is withdraw. You try it. Withdraw. Withdraw means to take out. Like withdraw money from the cash machine. Take out. This word is annual fee. You try it. Annual fee. Again, we see the word fee, which is money you have to pay, and annual, which means every year. So this word means money you have to pay every year. And the last word is characteristics. You try. Characteristics. Characteristics are qualities or things that give you more information about something. In this case, we will be talking about the characteristics of a credit card and the characteristics of a debit card. So let's talk now about some of those characteristics. So what you see here is what we call a Venn diagram. Here, let me write it. A Venn diagram. We use a Venn diagram when we're trying to compare two different things, like a credit card and a debit card. I am going to write characteristics of a debit card in this part of the circle. I will then write characteristics of a credit card in this side of the circle. The middle part of the circle is where I will put characteristics that are the same between a debit card and a credit card. I'm going to be using some of the vocabulary, so you might want to review what some of those words mean. But let's start with the things that are the same between a credit card and a debit card. So both the credit card and the debit card are convenient. You see the word convenient? That means it's easier than carrying cash. Both a credit card and a debit card are convenient. It's easy. Another thing that is the same between a credit card and a debit card is that they're both secure. If you have money in your wallet and you lose it, it's gone. But with a debit card and a credit card, it's secure. If you lose your card, you can cancel it, and you won't lose any money. Both a credit card and a debit card replace cash, like what I said. You don't have to carry a lot of cash around because you can use the debit card or the credit card. And again, you can lose money, but if you lose your debit card or your credit card, you have something called fraud protection. That means if someone tries to use your credit card or your debit card, you can call the company and they will help you get your money back. Now, there are some differences between a debit card and a credit card. Let's look at some of those differences. So first of all, a debit card is your money. It's money that is in your account. So when you use a debit card, it's only taking out money that belongs to you. This money belongs to you. But with a credit card, you are borrowing money. You are using money that is not your money. It belongs to the bank, and you are paying it back. So this money belongs to the bank. Those are some differences between a debit card and a credit card. This money comes out of your bank. Another thing that a debit card does is you can take cash or withdraw cash from the bank using the debit card. So you can take money out of your bank when you use a debit card. A great part of the debit card is that there are no fees and no interest. So remember, a credit card is money that belongs to the bank, so that when you use a credit card, you are using the bank's money. On a credit card, you have to pay interest. At the end of every month, the money that you have borrowed from the bank, you get charged interest. So for example, if you put $100 on the credit card and you don't pay the credit card back, you might have to pay $20 in interest. You spent $100, but now you owe $120. That is because on a credit card you have to pay interest. There are some advantages to credit cards. Credit cards are great for emergencies. If you have an emergency, you can use your credit card. Maybe your car breaks down and you need $500 to fix it, and you don't have any of the money in your bank. You can borrow the bank's money using the credit card for an emergency. But remember, pay it back or you might have to pay interest. Sometimes credit cards have an annual fee. That means every year you have to pay money to keep a credit card. But you also, using a credit card, you can get a better credit score. If you use your credit card well and you pay it off every month and you don't have any interest, it can improve your credit score. Credit scores are good when you want to buy a car or a house. They'll look at your credit score. So that is good. However, sometimes people overspend on a credit card. That means they borrow money from the bank that they don't have and they buy too many things. They overspend. So those are some of the things that are the same and different about a debit card. Now, I want to see if you can guess. So you're going to look at the chart on your screen and you're going to answer questions. You're going to answer whether or not this is a debit card characteristic or a characteristic of the other card. Sometimes it will be a characteristic of both. So here's the first question. Which card allows you to borrow money and pay it back later? Is it a debit card or a credit card? That's right. A credit card is money borrowed and repaid at a later date. Let's try another one. Which card, debit card, credit card, are both, is money automatically taken out of your banking account? Debit card, credit card, or both? That's right. Debit card. A debit card takes money automatically out of your checking or savings account. Let's try another one. Which card is great for emergency situations when you don't have enough money? Credit card, debit card, or both? That's right. A credit card is great for emergency situations. Which card will you have to pay interest on? Debit card, credit card, or both? That's right. You have to pay interest on a credit card. Which card lets you get money out of the cash machine? Debit card, credit card, or both? Correct. A debit card lets you receive cash from the bank machine. All right, what about this one? Which card is convenient? Debit card, credit card, or both? That's right, both cards are convenient. Which card may make you pay late fees? Credit card, debit card, or both? Credit card, that's correct. Which card is secure? credit card, debit card, or both? That's right. That one is also both. Both cards are secure. Which card helps or hurts your credit score? Debit card, credit card, or both? That's correct. A credit card affects your credit score. Which card may cause you to overspend? Credit card, debit card, or both? That's right. A credit card might make you overspend. You did pretty well on looking at the similarities and the differences of a debit card and a credit card. So let's see how we did. Let's look at our objectives. I know the difference between a credit card and a debit card. I think you do. I understand the advantages, which are positive, and the disadvantages, which are negative, of each card. I know the similarities, what is the same, and the differences of each type of card. I think you've got it. So once again, guys, it's time to go. Thank you for coming to Kim's class and for allowing me to go on this journey with you to learn English.